Hi guys, today is the last day of January 2012 and this is another Korg Monotron video, but I decided to create this video because a lot of people have these toys and don't know exactly what are they doing when they turn the knobs. So this is a little tutorial of what's going on. I will not go into details. Personally, I'm new to sound synthesis as well. So, first of all, Korg Monotron is a very simple analog synthesizer, and yeah, you can use it for fun, or you can apply it as an effect to an external sound source. I personally got it because I wanted to have some fun and a little more understanding of sound synthesis. When I got it, I knew nothing about sound synthesis. I have Yamaha MM6 synthesizer, but MM6 is totally different thing. It's digital, it's big, and the only thing that MM6 has in common with Korg Monotron are these two knobs. So now I'll tell you what's going on in here. First of all, many people just turn the knobs and they listen to the sound and they know, okay, here goes something. I don't know exactly, but I like the result. I was the same in the beginning. So I'll tell you right now what's going on. The only thing that I will talk about are the switch and the knobs. So we have one knob which is for the oscillator. So when we turn this, we control the oscillator. This is, as I said, I will not go into details. So in brief, this is like the source of the sound. So think that when you turn this knob counterclockwise or clockwise, you control the sound itself. As you can see below, this controls the pitch, most simply said. That was pretty obvious. So then we have the VCF. So this is the facto, the filter. What goes on with the sound? We have sound which goes from point A to point B, and then you can hear it through your headphones or the speaker. As you can see, we have two additional labels here, cutoff and peak. A little secret that I will tell you that is that on most synthesizers, this knob is labeled resonance. So think that when you turn this, you are controlling the resonance. So right now I will tell you exactly how this works. So the cutoff is the filter which controls the timbre of the sound. And what this means right now, in order to explain this, you have to know what are harmonics. And as I said, I will not go into details, so very briefly we'll tell you that the sound is like a picture. It is consisted of different colors. So exactly the same way like we have a picture with few dominant colors. So let's take this. We have the black, which is the dominant color, but also we have yellow, we have red, and we have different other colors, which is making the picture beautiful. So the same is with the sound. We have one frequency, which is like the bass tone, and we have additional frequencies, which are also applied to this one, which overall are giving us the distinct sound, and we can tell that the note C sharp played on a piano is from a piano instrument, and the same tone played on a trumpet is a trumpet sound. So the note is the same, but the timbre, this is what is the color of the sound, the timbre is different, and we can say that this is a piano sound or a trumpet sound or a flute sound or whatever it is. So let's go back to the filter now. as I said, we have a bass tone with additional other tones, so all these are called harmonics. And what is this thing doing is that it controls the point from which the harmonics will be cut. So if we have it like to the minimum, all the way counterclockwise, we have like all this cut and we have only this left, or even not this too. So the sound will be darker. I don't know if you can hear it, but these are just clicks. So if we turn this all the way clockwise, we are allowing the sound to exit through the speaker with all its brightness and all its beauty. Yeah, so right now the sound is very bright. And if we turn it counterclockwise slowly, you can hear how the sound becomes darker and darker. Okay. So right now we have understanding what the cutoff does. Again, since I'm also new to this, I don't pretend that my vocabulary is exact, and for more information I would recommend you to use Google or Wikipedia, or one little movie that I would really recommend, but I will tell you about this in the end of this video. So right now let's see what is this knob here doing. So this is labeled peak. On most commercial synthesizers it's labeled resonance. What is doing the resonance? So as I said, the cutoff is controlling the cutoff point from which the filter will start cutting off frequencies. Okay, so what this, the resonance, controls is what will happen in the cutoff point. What it does control exactly is that it is exaggerating the frequencies at the cutoff point by turning it clockwise. And the amount of the way it's turned clockwise, it's the amount of exaggeration of the frequencies that it applies to the sound. So let's hear what goes on. Okay, maybe it's not very understandable, but with the practice and with some reading you will get what's going on. So what I just did is that I moved the cutoff point higher and lower, and you heard the exaggeration of the frequencies at the cutoff point. Okay, I said that the sound goes from the oscillator to the filter. So what is this about? This is the modulator. What it does is that think of it like an automation control, and it can control, in our case, two things. It can control the oscillator or the filter. And how we determine this? By the switch. So when it's in the middle position, in the pitch position, the modulator controls the oscillator. So it controls the pitch. Put in very simple words, this means that we will have a sound with the initial point at some frequency, and then we will have what the musician know as a portamento down, which is like the frequency. We will have initial sound with initial frequency, let's say here, higher, and then the frequency over time will decrease. So we will have a sound like this. Phew! Okay, that was funny, but you get the idea. Let's hear it. Right now you can hear it very good because I put it in the slow rate. So you hear it like a police siren. It goes from a higher frequency to a lower frequency. And on other synthesizers we can do it in the reverse way, which is like whoop, but on this one we can't. Okay. So right now the modulator is controlling the oscillator, and we can still have the filter to play with. As I said, the cutoff is controlling the brightness of the sound. It's like a timbre, and you heard that we are going from a darker sound to a brighter sound. Let's hear it again. Very bright sound. Now we can cut it off to make it darker. Okay, so much for this. So right now let's switch down to the cutoff position, which is having the modulator controlling the filter. So right now, instead of having the sound doing a portamento down, which is gliding the pitch from higher to lower, we will have the modulator controlling the filter, which is the cutoff, and we will, instead of manually doing this, we will have this done automatically. First thing to notice is that the pitch is not changing. What you are listening to is that the sound is becoming darker over time. So initially we have brighter sound, as it's the same as the cutoff filter is on all the way clockwise position, and then it's the same like we did it automatically to the counterclockwise position. We just have automatically applied this to the sound. That's it. So this is how Korg Monotron is working. So right now you have some basic understanding of how the knobs work, and I told you that I will recommend you a very good movie. First, in case that you forget something, you can always take a look of this picture here. So along with the electrical scheme, how this works and what is connected to what else, you have also little pictures here showing exactly what everything does. So this is the VCO. As we said, the VCO is controlling the oscillators, so they are showing you a sound wave. Then we have the LFO, which is the modulator, and finally we have the VCF, which is the filter. and everything is labeled. Also, they're trying to show you with the picture. So the cutoff and specifically the peak, as if you remember, I said that the peak is exaggerating the frequencies at the cutoff point. So this is what this is trying to illustrate. Okay, so for more information I recommend you to Google or use Wikipedia, and what you need to search for is sound synthesis. And if you would like to have it really well explained, then what you need to do is to watch Dean Friedman's movie. This is one very cool guy, and back in the 70s or 80s, I forgot, he had a school of synthesis and he created some documentaries, one of which is an educational movie called Intro to Synthesis. And you can find it on two places. One is YouTube. You can go there and you can type Intro to Synthesis and you will find it. And the other place is you can Google for Intro to Synthesis torrent. So I have converted it to AV format in order to be able to play it on my DVD player, and on my TV it's much more comfortable that way for me. And I have the official agreement of Dean Friedman, the copyright owner, to upload it to the torrents. So it's legally uploaded there, you can download it. The movies consisted of 3 parts and it's really well done, disregarding the bad quality of the sound and the picture, but this is very old movie which is from an old VHS cassette, so don't pay attention to this. Okay, so much for Korg Monotron. Right now you know how this works, and you have basic understanding if you want to make techno music, how you can make some cool techno effects. Have fun with your Korg Monotron, and you can check my other videos to see some cool things. I just uploaded some unboxing videos as well. I love to watch unboxing videos, so you can see some on my channel on YouTube, which is youtube.com/user/straypharaoh. Have a nice day and have fun with your Korg Monotron. Bye.